But we've got a baseball game. Will Sanford in for his 5th start of the year against Jack Spanier, the shortstop for Minnesota. Let's play some ball. First pitch of the evening, all of a sudden, what basically turns into a Sunday night game. It's Sunday night baseball here on Big Ten Plus, and the first pitch is a line drive base hit right field. We get started 6 hours, 25 minutes past original first pitch at 5:20 exactly.
Can't believe we made it, but we're here, and I think Spanier's happy we're here too. First pitch swinging, he's ready to go. He's been ready to go for the past 4 or 5 hours, getting out to a hot start for Minnesota.
44 degrees, the first pitch temperature started about on time as we could have gotten, right at 5:20. And it was funny because we'd continued to hear the updates throughout the day of like what was going to happen based on the schedule and the rain and blah, 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 et cetera, et cetera. And it just never looked like the rain and the wind were stopping. And that was the biggest thing. There were big, heavy raindrops. Then all of a sudden we hear, okay, we're getting started 5:20. Right at about 5:10, the rain started to clear. Now it's a pretty nice day. Ball and no strikes. Brayden Hellum takes a fastball on the outside for strike 1. Hellum 367, yet to hit a home run this year. 7 driven in.
Another one of those community college transfers, Hellum. It's had a nice weekend, 3 for 8, a couple doubles.
Runner on first, none out here in the first. Sanford from the stretch. Fastball right at the knees, 1-2.
That Spanier might have maybe taken off from first, had a big lead. Took an extra hop step, stays put for now.
Spanier, good speed over on first. He's got a team-high 8 steals in 11 tries. The 1-2. Strike 3 called. Dropped in a curveball right on the outside, and Sanford picks up his first strikeout of the day and strikeout number 24 on his freshman campaign.
Seen a lot of backwards Ks among both teams this weekend. Here's another one. Backdoor breaking ball, bends in late, and just freezes Hellum. Nothing he can do but shake his head.
Drew Berkland's 1 for 9 this year. His average down to 279. Nice throw over from Sanford, but just getting that right hand in is Spanier over at first. For Sanford, as we've mentioned, the big number is the walks, 13 of them, but now just 8 hits in 17 2/3 innings. So when he's hit, he's not hit hard. First pitch to Berkland, misses down and in, ball 1.
Gave up the 3 walks last Sunday against USC. Went 5 innings there.
A ball and no strikes. Up high, 2-0.
And here's Berkland, a guy who can hit the ball really hard, has a lot of power, leads the team in home runs and RBIs, but he's been very quiet this weekend through 2 games.
Came into the series hitting 305, now down to 279 after 2 rough games. Another good move. This time it's called safe. Walsh wants a review. I don't think Oregon's going to review it.
Be interesting to see how aggressive these teams are on the base paths again. We've seen the first 2 days. It's gone against them with how wet the turf is. They're definitely noticing Spanier's extra step off the bag once Sanford becomes set on the mound.
2 balls and no strikes. Fastball a little bit high, 3-0. Neither team has really had success on the base paths so far this weekend. Minnesota 0 of 3, Oregon 1 of 3.
Half of those are just based off runners sliding off the bag at second base because it's just too damp.
3-0. High ball 4. So walk and a strikeout for Sanford. And really, that's it's what he's been doing all year. A lot of strikeouts, a lot of walks.
Just being a matter of battling back in the next at-bat, especially when you allow a free base runner. Now you got Elberry, who's really been one of the best players, most key players, not only on offense but defensively as well. At first for Minnesota, had a lot of big plays yesterday defensively.
And is 3 for 8 with a double on the series offensively. Sanford misses outside with the first pitch for ball 1. Yesterday, we saw Elberry make 2 or 3 really nice plays over at first base. One, a diving stop, one where he had to go to his backhand side to make a play, and then one where he cut off a ball and made a nice throw over to third on a relay. 1-0. Just off the inside corner, 2-0.
There's that firm fastball I had mentioned from Sanford, getting up to 92. That four seam really gets to the plate quickly, especially when it's on the inner half of the plate to a lefty.
2 balls, no strikes, 1 out. Spanier on second, Birkland on first. Ball 3. Sanford feels like he's getting squeezed a little bit, 3-0. Got to think it's so hard after waiting 6 hours after you originally anticipated to get ready for a start quickly. 3-0. Right at the top of the zone for strike 1.
Yeah, and on that note, Oregon, they have that bullpen with kind of basically a garage in right field, indoors, that you can warm up, batting cages in there. And we saw Sanford trying to stay loose and warm as much as you can in that 4 hours of waiting time.
3-1 is inside for ball 4. But the base is loaded here in the first for Parker Knoll. 1 for 6, 3 strikeouts this series. Still hitting .273 with a homer this year. Bases loaded. Oregon has Jacob Walsh tugged in at the first base corner. First pitch to Knoll. Attacks, grounds it to short, could be 2. Maloney up, goes to second 1. Cooney on to first 2. In time, a double play. Will Sanford ecstatic as he leaves the hill in the first after the Ducks load the bases. A 6-4-3 twin killing to end the first. Bottom half coming up, still scoreless. With 5 true lefties, plus the switch hitter Anson Arrows, who's definitely better from the left side. But leading off Mason Neville in his 10 home runs. First pitch lines it back to the screen, 0-1. Neville, .346 average, 10 homers, 23 driven in.
I think that 5-inning performance this past Tuesday rather, against Kansas really showed head coach Ty McDevitt from Minnesota something that Rooney has. Before that performance, the most he had thrown was 2 1/3. And then he goes 5 against the Jayhawks. And really good pitching as well. 53 pitches in those 5 innings, giving up just the 1 run.
He's well ahead in the count, 0-2. And he drops in a curveball off the outside for ball 1. Rooney did make 9 starts in the Northwoods League 2 summers ago, but struggled there in a very hitter-friendly league at a 6.1 ERA.
Coming back from elbow injury last year, he missed all of last season for Minnesota.
1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Went back to that curveball and got Neville on strikes.
Perfect way to start it. Started at the hands, drops down to the knees. Neville swings over the top. He's out front of it. That's how you get the Oregon power guy to swing and miss and head back to the dugout.
But on the topic of power, Dominic Hellman, 7 home runs this year, all in just 68 at-bats. So much power from the right side. First pitch misses down and away, ball 1. Hellman, .324 as well, 25 runs batted in.
Got Big Ten Player of the Week honors a few weeks back, the end of February.
Ball and no strikes. Rooney from the stretch. Hellman lines it softly up the middle. That's going to fall in front of Parker Knoll for a base hit, the first of the day for the Ducks.
Just right back up the middle. Wasn't hit too hard, but Knoll playing pretty deep against the powerful Hellman, able to just dump it in front of him, get on base for the 1-out single.
Here's a guy looking to get hot. Chase Meggers is 3 for 14 this year. Coming off that hand injury early in the season. Timing has not been there yet for the Ducks catcher. Takes the first pitch off the outside for ball 1.
Yeah, just 1 for 8 so far this weekend. Couple strikeouts for Meggers, but again, like you said, it's kind of a matter of time before that bat really comes to life.
1-0. Swing and a miss. Over a fastball, 1-1.
Been a lot of that though, on the swings and misses he's had this weekend. That front foot really comes open, takes a big hack, and you see the feet just not stable, kind of swinging out of his shoes.
Lines this one hard the other way, left center field. Nolan Berkland, it's going to be caught out in left center field by Parker Knoll on the run for the second out of the inning.
Great job by Knoll. Going to his right, had a good beat on this right off the bat. It was hit hard by Meggers. Thought it was going to get into the gap for a second, but Knoll goes over. He can cover a lot of ground. Makes a nice catch.
That'll bring up Jacob Walsh, who has not had the weekend he's wanted. 1 for 7, has struck out a couple times. Still hitting .337 with 4 homers this year. First pitch, up and in with the fastball, 1-0. It's about as hard as you'll see from Noah Rooney, that last fastball at 89. But he was this huge piece in Minnesota's bullpen back in 2023 before that arm injury that you mentioned. 1-0. Below the knees with the fastball, 2-0.
He's going to rely on his breaking balls, his sliders against these lefty batters. Just trying to set up Walsh, bring him some velocity. Now up, down 2-0.
Hellum on first, 2 down. Walsh way out in front, fouls it back, 2-1.
So I think now you can set up that 2-1 slider, maybe out of the zone, try and get Walsh to chase. If not, go to 3-1. Just going to have to challenge the power lefty bat first baseman for Oregon.
Walsh still ahead in the count, but Rooney has the handedness advantage. The 2-1. Big curveball at the top of the zone, 2-2.
Yeah, I love that pitch. Love that sequence. That pitch is set up by that fastball on the previous pitch that Walsh fouls back. Now it's even count.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Hellum still on first for the Ducks. The 2-2. Down and away, 3-2.
I think Walsh is looking for that fastball one more time. Let's see if Rooney gives it to him or not.
Hellum will be off from first on the 3-2. A hit in the inning for the Ducks. The 3-2 from Rooney. Grounded to third, past the diving Perry into left field. Hellum around second, looking for third, but he'll pull it up at second base as Walsh gets a single past the drawn-in infield.
Walsh got what he wanted. He was sitting fastball, gets it, outer half, just drives it through the left side, extends the inning. Great piece of hitting from Jacob Walsh. He's gotten a lot better at going the other way over the last couple seasons for Oregon.
Here's Maddox Maloney, who's been Oregon's best player this weekend, arguably. 2 for 8 with a home run. That home run ended up being huge. Came on Friday night in the 3rd inning. Oregon was already up 4-0, but Maloney extended in what ended up only being a 3-run game. Your chance to drive in some runners, first and second. As he is way out in front of a curveball and fouls it back, 0-1. The number is still staggering for Maloney. 373, 6 home runs. Hellum on second, Walsh on first, the 0-1. Way up high with the fastball, 1-1.
Give you a sense of how cold it is. You can see the player's breath on each breath. Low 40s, probably going to get into the 30s as the night goes on here in Eugene. Rain has stopped finally this weekend.
1-1, misses up high, 2-1. Yeah, it actually turned into a pretty, at least visually, nice day. It's definitely cold, but it's gotten better than it was when it was just pouring earlier. Maloney ahead in the count, 2-1. Rooney from the belt. High and away with the fastball, 3-1. Scoreless here in the bottom of the first. Will Sanford for Oregon was able to escape a bases-loaded one-out jam with a double play ball. Rooney trying to do similar, the 3-1. High and tight, ball 4, and the bases are loaded for Anson Arrows.
Yeah, and Arrows, this is a batter who's been hitting the ball nicely this weekend for Oregon. 2 for 4 on Friday. Had a hit last night as well. Big moment here for Oregon. Bases loaded.
Arrows already with 1 grand slam on the year. That came from the right side in a run rule victory over Rhode Island earlier this year. Here the base is loaded, 2 down. Hellum on third, Walsh on second, Maloney on first. Bases loaded, 2 down. First pitch. Arrows takes the slider. A little bit outside, 1-0.
Line drive type of hitter. We've seen all of his hits this weekend been hit hard, on the line. Really good. Can cover a lot of plate.
1-0. Skied right side. Coming in towards the line is the right fielder, Hellum. Now he slows down, makes the catch for the 3rd out. Both teams get the bases loaded in the first inning. Both pitchers strand them there.
Due to time constraints, we now move ahead in the action.
Grinsell and Clark, who started Friday, Saturday. Sanford provides the power. The 2-2. Fastball just a little bit outside, 3-2.
Yeah, he does. 93 right there again. Seen a couple hit 93 in this inning for Sanford.
But a 3rd straight 3-ball count. A ground out, a single, now another full count. And a chopper foul will do it again.
Might have bailed Sanford out there. Fastball trying to go to the outer half again. Might have missed a bit low in the zone, but Larson chops it off. We'll do it again.
And if this is what Sanford can do when it's 45 degrees, watch out for that right arm when it's 55, 65, 70. The 3-2. Grounded up the middle. Diving Maloney. It's past him. Neville is up with it in center field. Sutherland will get the wave. The throw home is late, and moving up to second on the throw is Larson. An RBI knock, gets 1-0.
Big jump. And how about Larson? Second start of the year we mentioned. And comes through. Gets Minnesota on the board first against top 10 team in the nation, Oregon. Neville in center, not entirely sure about the decision to throw home. Clearly was never going to have a chance and just allowed Larson to take second easily.
So the 8 spot comes through again. Yesterday, Sam Hunt in the 8 spot had a hit. Weber Neals in the 8 spot the other day was robbed a couple times. And not quite sure what this is.
Some sort of discussion with Chase Meggers along the first baseline.
Looks like they're checking out his hand.
Talk about Hunt, though, at the plate. Here's another guy. Hasn't played all that much this year, but getting back-to-back starts. This is a player, catcher for Minnesota. Been pivotal for the Gophers at times throughout the last couple seasons. He started nearly 50 games over the last 2.5 years for the Gophers.
So Meggers will get back in the squad. Not quite sure what was up there. It looked like they were checking out his right hand, which was the hand that was hurt early in the year. Sam Hunt takes the first pitch fastball right down Broadway for strike 1. Minnesota leads for just the second time this series. The Gophers took a 1-0 lead in the 3rd yesterday. A 1 misses outside, 1-1. The rain starts to fall just a little bit. It's not anywhere close to what we saw earlier today, but definitely a little bit of mist in the air. Sanford really just struggling to find the strike zone. 2-1 now, he's behind.
Minnesota's used Larson quite a bit as a pinch runner this year, and back to that Neville decision to throw home and just giving Larson second base. I know it doesn't seem like a big deal, but it does put a runner in scoring position. And now you get a box, and now he goes to third just 90 feet away.
Larson's dancing off the second base bag definitely hurt Sanford there in his case. And now Minnesota just 90 feet away from taking a 2-0 lead.
So it's kind of the small things like that you don't really think much about, but you think if Neville just throws it back, throws it back into second base, keeps Larson at first, instead now another runner 90 feet away.
Corner's in now for the Ducks. The 2-1 is golfed to the right side. It's going to go foul. 2-2. And if you're Sam Hunt now, you just have to put the ball in play. Basically anything, especially a hard ground ball up the middle. That'll score a run. A fly ball deep enough will score a run with good speed on third and just one out.
Especially with the corners playing in. And now the middle infielders come in as well.
2-2. Lunged at, tapped foul, and we'll do it again. This becomes a strikeout spot now for Sanford.
That's a really good pitch right there. Breaking ball in on the hands. Had Hunt beat, just barely able to tap it foul. Live to see another pitch.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, the infield in for the Ducks with Larson on third. 2-2. Got it. Nasty curveball from Sanford. Picks up his second strikeout in a big out number 2.
So fun seeing a righty throw breaking balls like that to a lefty. It looks like it's right over the heart of the plate to the batter's eye. Just drops off late. Can't sit back on it enough.
Back to the top of the lineup. Second time we've seen Jack Spanier singled on the first pitch he saw, and here he takes ball 1 up high. A run home in the inning for Minnesota. 1 out single from Charlie Sutherland, then moved to second on a wild pitch, came home to score on the Larson single, then a balk moved him to third, and that's where we stand. 1-0. Rolled to third. 2 hops in foul territory for Garate. 1-1.
Solid first at bat for Spanier. First pitch swinging goes the other way on a line drive, and even so, you got Cooney at second base. Shifted way to his right, our left, so the left side of the infield. Opening up that right side where Spanier just went.
1-1. On the outside corner, strike 2. Sanford gets ahead for one of the first times today, and is 1 strikeout away from keeping this one at just a 1-run deficit for the Ducks. His 1-2. Got him. A rising fastball from Sanford, and he picks up his 3rd strikeout in just 2 innings of work.
Due to time constraints, we now move ahead in the action.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Sanford from the belt. 2-2. Tapped foul again.
Umlaut's just throwing with himself right now, playing some wall ball out down the right field line behind the wall.
That was in consideration for our break time activity.
That would have been fun.
Yeah, Brady Ruth from the Daily Emerald stole what looked like a lacrosse ball.
It was. It was a yellow one.
Okay. And he was doing some acrobatics. 2-2. Slow grounder up the middle. Cooney, a tough play, charges, bare hands. He's got no play as Elbury beats it out. Runners on the corner, still just 1 out.
Safe decision. Might have been a play at first, but he had to gather with that bare hand and throw quickly. Didn't want to risk making an errant throw and allowing the base runner in Berkland to score by rounding third. I think that's okay. Put the double play into factor here. Runners on the corners, 1 out.
And Knoll grounded into a double play in his first at-bat. Sanford looking for another one to get him out of the third. 1-0. Minnesota already leads, in good position to extend. Knoll squares to bunt. Meggers with an unbelievable block on about a 54-foot curveball. Elbury will move up to second on the wild pitch, but I don't think Oregon minds. Take another look at this block.
Yeah, that was impressive. It got him almost kind of in the right arm, missing his chest protector. Now, runner is on second and third. Double play out of factor. Big time advantage Minnesota now. Sanford continues to struggle.
Can go from the windup here if he wants. He'll elect to stay from the stretch. 1-0. Squaring to bunt is Knoll. He gets it down, but it goes backwards, 1-1. Knoll last year at Lawrence University at D3 hit 16 home runs. That's 29 of them in his career. So he's got big-time power.
He nearly batted 400 as well on the year. Really good contact hitter.
1-1. Up and away with the fastball, 2-1.
Of course, you've seen his speed too, center fielder, the range he can cover. Tracking down a hit into the gap from Meggers back in the first.
First baseman Walsh in. Third baseman Garate halfway. The middle is back for Oregon. 2-1, line foul. And in a strikeout spot for Sanford, he's in a position to do so. Two balls, two strikes, one out. Sanford with 4 strikeouts and 3 walks so far. Strikeout here would be massive. 2-2 to Knoll. Sits on a curveball, flips it foul.
Trying to get him with that breaking ball. Good pitch. Just want it a little bit more breaking to the outer half of the zone where you can still get Knoll to chase and come up empty if you're Sanford.
Another 2-2 pitch, number 71 of the day for Sanford. Fouled back. Meggers behind the plate loved it.
This is also where the walks come and bite you, not just the base runners, but then you get into at-bats where you get deep in the counts. Knoll here, a lot of foul balls. That also is going to bring a lot of pitches in the pitch count up in just a single at-bat.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Here it comes. Way up high with the fastball. 3-2.
See Sanford just kind of fighting himself. The body language just not quite in his rhythm that he wants to be in.
3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. An open base on first. The full count pitch. Outside ball 4. Chase Meggers dives and saves a run. It's an unreal play from the Ducks catcher.
Yeah, he really just saved 2 runs. Blocking a couple in the dirt in that at-bat.
Well, the bases are loaded. Jake Perry, the veteran, at the plate. 0 for 1, grounded out to Garate at third, back in his first at-bat in the second. Sanford's loaded the bases on a pair of walks and a single after a strikeout to the leadoff hitting Hellum. And now Meggers is going to call timeout. Blake Hawksworth is going to go out to the mound and have a talk with his true freshman pitcher.
Yeah.
This is a breakthrough spot. Jake Perry, the veteran, one of the best returners on this team against the true freshman Sanford. Bases loaded, 1 out, infield double play depth for the Ducks. First pitch, up high with the fastball, 1-0.
It's been a long weekend, too, for Minnesota. They're expecting to be back home by now.
6-hour delay in this one. 1-0. Not close. Pops out of the glove of Meggers behind the plate, but he's able to keep it close enough, 2-0. This might be the last batter for Sanford, no matter what.
Just what I was about to say. That breaking ball was sharp early, but he's completely lost control of his stuff, especially the off speed.
2 balls and no strikes to Perry. The pitch. Not close again. 3-0.
Just can't locate.
Sanford a ball away from walking home the second Minnesota run. And after really not being super competitive to Parker Knoll, Perry's got to be on a super red light here. 3-0. Ball 4.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. You got a lefty in Sutherland coming up if Oregon does decide to go to Ian Umlaut, the lefty, to create that lefty-lefty matchup with 1 out.
5th walk of the day for Sanford. And that's it.
Yeah.
Hawksworth out. Already signaling to the bullpen, and in what had to have been an extremely tough day for Will Sanford. And then, again, a very tough spot for Maddox to inherit. Charlie Sutherland at the dish, 1 for 1 already.
And how about this here? Sutherland, lefty batter that we were thinking maybe Umlaut will be brought in for the lefty-lefty matchup, but they go to the righty.
Maddox misses off the outside for ball 1. Sutherland 1 for 1, singled back in the 2nd inning, moved to second on a wild pitch, came home to score on the Jake Larson single. Elbery, Knoll, Perry, your runners 3rd to 1st. 2-0 already, Minnesota leads. Skied foul. 1-1. For Maddox, one save this year, in my opinion, was one of the key guys to close games early on in the year, but then Cole Stokes has really cemented that role. Maddox was so good in his couple years at Cal Baptist. 1-1. To second, under the glove, Cooney into right field. Coming home to score is Elbery. Knoll right behind him. Parking at second is Perry. Sutherland's got his 2nd hit of the day, and he doubles the lead. It's 4-0 Minnesota here in the 3rd.
Well, Sutherland takes advantage of the righty-lefty matchup at the plate. And Cooney, we talk about how turf fields maybe they give truer bounces, truer hops than dirt. But that time there, Cooney, not expecting the high hop, unable to make the adjustment late, gets by him in the right field. 2 runs come across.
4-0. Minnesota has its biggest lead of the series easily. Here's Jake Larson, already an RBI single on his name so far. First pitch, lunged at and grounded foul off the body of Larson. They're going to give Cooney an error, it looks like. I think that's a ball he could have caught over at second, but you're right, it was a really weird skip.
Yeah, he was squared up to it. I think that's a fair call to rule it an error. Wasn't the most obvious error in the world, but a play that I think Cooney would make more times than not.
0-1. Outside 1-1. They do give an RBI to Sutherland. A ball and a strike to Larson. Maddox fakes back to second.
I'd be curious to know the decision-making behind why bringing in the righty and Madsen versus Umlaut, where you would have had the lefty-lefty matchup to Sutherland.
1-1. Up high. 2-1. I think maybe it's Umlaut is not exactly the biggest flamethrower, and
right.
It's not that Maddox is either, but does give you a little bit more of a chance to strike a guy out if you need bases loaded. Okay, here's a strikeout.
Pardon me, Maddox, I meant to say, but he's still a guy who's been brought into the situation multiple times this year, and he's been successful in getting Oregon out of jams when they need to get back to the dugout. So that's at least my thinking of why they decided to go to Maddox here instead of the lefty.
He's behind Larson 3-1 with Hunt on deck. Slash foul off to the right. 3-2. Still just 1 out in the inning. 3 runs home already for Minnesota, who just scored 2 yesterday and just 2 on Friday. They've already matched their offensive output through the first 2 games here in the first 3 innings. 3-2. Fouled off. They want to make their trip worth it.
The lengthy first 3 innings here. Much longer really than the last 2 days. There's been quick work to get these games going, but not tonight.
3-2. High ball 4. Another walk this inning, and so far it's gone strikeout, walk, single, walk, walk, error, walk.
Here you go. Now, another signal to the bullpen. I think now you're going to get Umlaut to come in for Oregon.
Yep, that's going to be the day for Seth Maddox to face the 8th batter of the inning. First pitch, swing and a miss to Sam Hunt on a high changeup, nothing in 1. There's a pinch runner for Minnesota. Jamison Martin is now running at third base for Jake Perry. 0-1. High in the air, shallow left field. Sprinting back is Maloney, the shortstop, who's got it for a big out number 2.
Exactly what they needed. Just need to stop the bleeding if you're Oregon here in the top of the 3rd. Minnesota's gotten the job done so far. Now you get Spanier again. Already 3rd at bat of the game and as many innings.
Spanier 1 for 2, a single and a strikeout. And if Umlaut could strand the bases loaded here, that would be big for Oregon's momentum. The 9th hitter to hit this inning. Spanier takes down low for ball 1. Still just 1 hit in the inning for Minnesota, but they've tacked on 3 runs and are threatening for more. Martin on 3rd, Sutherland on 2nd, Larson on 1st. Those 3 reached on 2 walks and an error. 1-0 off the inside, 2-0.
Umlaut's definitely going to attack the inner black and outer black of the plate. Can't really leave anything in the outer middle half. Middle. These Minnesota batters are going to take advantage and drive them in the alleys.
There's strike 1, 2-1. Strikeout, walk, single, walk, error, walk, pop-up is how the 8 in this inning have gone. 3 runs home for Minnesota. 2-1. Swing and a miss on an off-speed pitch, 2-2.
It's scrappy. That's how you summarize that for Minnesota in this inning. The error that Cooney made was a hard hit ball. Can't exactly say it was a bloop single or a bloop error, anything like that. It was a nice hit by Sutherland.
2-2. Change up, down and away, 3-2.
You absolutely have to challenge Spanier here. You cannot allow another free run.
You'd, I think, so much rather give up a single, a fluke single than to walk in another guy.
If he beats you, he beats you.
3-2. Rolled the short. Tough play. Maloney charges, can't make it. Coming home is 2 runners as the 2nd runner, Sutherland, broke late and Maloney just couldn't grab it. 6-0 Minnesota.
And again, scrappy. It continues to be scrappy. Maloney playing as deep as he probably can at the shortstop position. It's a softly hit ball. We saw Garotti at 3rd make a play coming up quickly across the diamond. Maloney unable to do the same.
So they're probably going to give Spanier an infield hit and then call the 2nd run that came home on the error. But it's 6-0 Minnesota, 5 in the frame. Here's Brayden Hellum hitting for the 3rd time this inning alone. Takes a slider off the outside for ball 1. Just an ugly, ugly inning for the Ducks. So credit Spanier with an RBI single, and then the 2nd run comes home on the error. 1-0. Strike 1.
Yeah, 85 right there on the gun. That's where you're going to see him. Probably around 87 is where you're going to see him really kind of top out.
1-1. Up high, 2-1. That'll close the book officially on Will Sanford. 2 1/3 innings, 4 hits, 5 runs, 3 of them earned, 5 walks, 4 strikeouts. Not the day that he wanted to have. 6-0 Minnesota leads. 2-1. Downstairs, 3-1.
3 Oregon pitchers now in this inning. All of them struggling to find the strike zone.
Ducks trail by 6. A perfect start in conference play is not looking so great right now as there's strike 2 on the swing and a miss. Hellum in danger of being sat down swinging for the 3rd time today. This inning started with a strikeout of Hellum. Things looked pretty good, and then it's just been all downhill from there for the Ducks. 3-2, fouled off, and that's a lot of what Minnesota's been doing is on 2-strike pitches. Oregon's making good pitches. Minnesota's just spoiling them off.
Yeah, and that's how you extend the at-bat, and you're going to get a pitch that you like, especially on a 3-2 count. Odds are the pitcher's going to come after you with something to hit, and it's a matter of finding the pitch selection that you want.
3-2. Grounded through the right side. Cooney dives to keep it in the infield. Coming home is Larson. Cooney's throw is going to be late. It's an RBI infield single for Brayden Hellum and a 6th spot in the inning for Minnesota.
It just continues. Again, Hellum not hard hit, but deep between second and first base. Cooney makes the play, but just kind of glides along the turf for too long. He can't pop up quickly to make a throw anywhere.
7-0 Minnesota. Team that scored just 4 runs through the first 19 innings of this series has now scored 7 in the last 2. First pitch off the inside for ball 1 to Drew Berklund, who walked. That really started the onslaught here. Now the 11th man to hit for Minnesota this inning. 1-0. Down and in, 2-0. And look, Oregon, I mean, the Ducks have the offense to come back in this one easily, but the offense has not been there this series.
No, it hasn't. They've struggled at times. Really, it's been the one 3rd inning 4-run spot in Friday's game that Oregon had. But besides that, they've been kept quiet as well at the plate.
2 balls and a strike in easily the worst inning of the year for Oregon. Runners on the corners, 2 down. Almont throws over to first. Seth Maddox's day is over as well. He goes no innings, allows 2 runs, none of them earned, and allowed a walk. 2-1. Called strike 2. Ducks need to get the bats back up. This has just been such a long inning. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runners on the corners. The runner on first takes off. Almont's going to fire back that way. It's late. A stolen base for Brayden Hellum. It's his 5th in 5 tries this year.
See what Berklund can do with that now, 2nd and 3rd. The way Minnesota's gone with this inning, just a lot of infield singles, errors, walks.
2-2. Little blooper back of second. Neville sprinting in, slows down, makes the catch. And at long last, the 3rd is over. 6 runs home for Minnesota.
Due to time constraints, we now move ahead in the action.
7th, and it's been all Gophers so far, looking to claim their 2nd ranked win of the year, the first time they'd have done so since the pandemic. Jake Elberry, Parker Knoll, and Jamison Martin to hit. It's 4-5-6 in the Minnesota lineup against Jackson Jordan, who struck out the side in order in his first inning of work.
Yeah, it was perfect in the 6th against this Minnesota lineup. And Oregon needs that just to stop the bleeding defensively. They have 3 consecutive innings putting up zeros against this Minnesota lineup. It's just offensively they've been nothing but zeros since the get-go. And again, credit to the Gophers coming into this weekend as the underdogs. But they've been tight in every single game, and you just knew that if Oregon was not able to provide offensively, that Minnesota would eventually be able to jump on top. They did that early in this game, and then the 3rd inning to bust it wide open.
You look at that inning, and all of it is built on patience. Walk, 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 a couple errors, a couple infield singles, and they just continued to battle in every single count. No matter if it was 0-2, 3-2, they would spoil off tough pitches. And I mean, that's what's going to win them this game in the end. Here, Jordan ahead in the count, 1-2 to Elbery. He's got a hit on his day. 1-2. Got him. 4 straight out of the bullpen, set down by Jackson Jordan.
4 for 4. Nasty stuff. From a 6'5" right-handed senior.
Parker Knowles 0 for 2 with a walk back in the third, grounded into a double play in the first, and then struck out in the fourth. Oregon's bullpen, specifically Jordan and Umlan, have done a terrific job. Now, the two have combined for 4 innings, 2 hits, no walks, and 7 strikeouts. But Sanford struggled, as did Seth Maddox in the 2 batters he faced. 1-1 to Knoll. I don't know if Oregon could ask for a better performance from either Jordan or Umlan.
It's definitely not Jordan. There's no way. 4 consecutive strikeouts since coming in. Up again in the count 1-2, just feeling it on the mound.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. He's done it with the fastball a lot, but he's also got that killer wipeout slider. See what he goes to on 1-2. Slider kind of floated out of his hand, 2-2. Somehow we got this game today in. Originally scheduled at 11:05, now here 7:46 local time, and we're only in the 7th. 2-2, ball in play to the left side. Garate picks the short hop and throws out Knoll at first.
Didn't think we'd be here. I didn't think
No.
Sunday night baseball here at PK Park was in my vocabulary when I woke up this morning, but you know,
Boy, is it
I'm
now.
enjoying every part of it.
Yeah.
I am.
Here's Jamison Martin. Martin hitting for the second time today. Struck out looking in his first at-bat. First pitch, squares to bunt. Takes a fastball on the outer block for strike 1. Yeah, I mean, it's been a long day, but it's been a good day. We had a couple concession items.
We did. Thought we were going to get them for free. We didn't.
Yeah, we got some misinformation
That's okay.
spread.
That's okay.
Not anyone's fault, I don't think. 0-1 misses up high for ball 1.
Watch the March Madness selection show
Yeah.
during the delay.
Got to watch some college baseball, some college hoops from earlier today.
Oregon softball as well, going up against Washington.
Ball 2 to Jamison Martin. Yeah, it was all in all a good day. Finals tomorrow.
Okay.
Throughout the week.
You just
and
ruined it. You just ruined it all.
then Rutgers comes
Way
in.
to go.
2 balls and a strike to Martin. Way outside, 3-1. You have finals this week?
No.
So I didn't ruin it. You're doing fine.
I mean, papers,
Yeah,
a couple of them.
that'll do it.
Might as well be a final.
3 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Ducks trail by 7 here in the 7th. Jordan. High fly ball out to left field. Martin. Gone. His 3rd of the year for the true freshman makes it 8-0 here in the 7th.
Talked about how hasn't been much power this weekend, but Martin, 8-0. Might be the dagger here on this Sunday night. Really put an exclamation point on this performance for Minnesota.
Here's Charlie Sutherland. 8th run of the game for Minnesota. Sutherland slashes the first pitch foul. 0-1. To this point, Minnesota's biggest win of the year was when they took down number 7 Oregon State That was on a Sunday game. So they've had some success on these Sundays. 0-1. Misses up and out. Beat number 7 Minnesota on a Sunday. Then beat Purdue to salvage that series on the Sunday back at home. 2 balls and a strike to Sutherland. Next week, Minnesota's got High Point for 4-game series. Team that made the NCAA tournament last year. Excuse me, that's a 3-game series with St. Thomas, an in-state team, on Wednesday. Then they stay at home and they go to their real home to play Iowa. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Jackson Jordan's 2-2. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Jordan with 5 strikeouts in his 2 innings of work, but a big home run from Jamison Martin, the 3rd of the year, makes it 8-0. Take another look at the big slider for strike 3, and that's what Jackson Jordan does best. We'll go to the bottom of the 7th. Oregon trails 8-0.
Due to time constraints, we now move ahead in the action.
For the Gophers, it's the tough righty, the transfer Joe Sperry.
Yeah, here's a guy who's the guy in this Minnesota bullpen. He's really been the go-to for the Gophers this year. Saw him on Friday against the Ducks, went 2 innings. Hitless baseball, did have 4 walks in that game against Oregon, but was able to escape without any damage on the scoreboard. Really solid arm, making his 8th appearance on the year.
And it's clear that Minnesota is not taking anything for granted in this one. 2 on, 2 out. It's an 8-0 game, and they're still going to one of their more trusted arms. After Tyler Hemish was terrific, Joe Sperry looks to close the 8th down because they know Oregon can attack at any minute in this one. Just has not been the case so far. Maybe it's on second. He walked and then was moved to second on the Dom Hellman single. Hellman's still on first. First pitch. Way late on a fastball, up above the letters, 0-1. Meggers 0 for 3.
See Sperry around 90 to 92 on that fastball. Getting to raise the eye level of Meggers in the first pitch.
0-1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Meggers late again.
Yeah, same pitch, just a little bit away in the zone, but still at the same spot. Up around the letters.
Sperry ready, looks to second, now the 0-2. Meggers to second. Under the glove of the second baseman Larson into right field. Coming home to score is Mabius. Stopping at second is Hellman, and Oregon draws its first run in the 7th.
Hard hit ball there by Meggers. Likely going to be an error at second base. On the board for Oregon. Just put the ball in play and see what happens. Larson unable to come up with it at second base. Going to get a pinch runner as well at first.
So it is an error on the second baseman Larson. The pinch hitter on first, or excuse me, a pinch runner on first base. Which means Berkeley Mabius will likely move behind the plate. It's Jack Brooks over on first. So Jacob Walsh hits. It's reached base a couple times, a single, a walk. Whoa, strike 1. Big time hack from Jacob Walsh.
That's what you want to do. Your mindset is, we need runs, we need them now. Try and get them in one swing.
0-1. Lifted left field. In towards the line is Berkland. It's a long run, but he's got enough time to do it. He's got it towards the line for the 3rd out. So Oregon adds an unearned run, their first of the day in the 7th, but the Ducks still trail 8-1 in the 8th. We'll be back.
Due to time constraints, we now move ahead in the action.
There you go.
A ball and no strikes to Hunt. Ducks trail 8-1. Hunt takes on the inside for strike one. Kellen Knox looks a lot more confident than he did in his last appearance against Grand Canyon. Gets a tapper, 1-2.
You got a particular go-to ballpark food?
It depends. Oracle, where the Giants play, has in my opinion the best ballpark
Like a
food.
specialty?
Yeah,
Like
there's
food.
they can do a lot. I'll go through the list. The 1-2. Ooh, a little bit outside, 2-2. I think they have this.
Helmet nachos or something?
Not a big nacho guy, actually.
I'm not either.
Yeah.
I'm just guessing.
No,
You look like a nacho guy, but I'm wrong.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Called strike 3 on the inside. Kellen Knox strikes out back-to-back batters. I think the go-to, there's a really, really good kielbasa at Giants games. Just a big sausage with some onions, peppers, some sauerkraut. Does the job. It's the go-to. Giants also have a really good carvery that I hit every now and then.
What is it?
It's a carvery. Like
Carvery.
Carve meats.
Okay.
Yeah, for sandwiches and such.
Yeah.
Jack Spanier takes a first pitch changeup on the inside for strike one.
Fancy.
Yeah, you?
I don't really eat ballpark food all that much. I probably
you
went
go.
to close somewhere around 90 Angel games growing up.
There's a roller left side. Cooney charges. No play at first. Infield hit for Spanier. His third of the day.
And you know what's interesting about that? Cooney, normally a second baseman, moves to the left side, has to make a longer throw, and was well short. Kind of a 2 or 3 hopper to first base. Allows Spanier to reach.
Here's Brayden Hellum. He struck out 3 times, and Oregon as a pitching staff has actually done a good job striking guys out today, and especially after Sanford limiting the walk. Ducks, now as a team, have 14 strikeouts in this one. So just 6 walks. So that's not the 6 walks are a little high, but if you compare it to the strikeouts, it's not bad. If you take out Will Sanford, that number is even better. The Ducks have 10 strikeouts to just 1 walk.
Right. 5 from Sanford. 18 on the year now for the Sunday starter in green. I'd say I'm more so like a Dippin' Dots.
Yeah, I like Dippin' Dots.
That's the ballpark food I go for.
Okay.
Like that desserty,
Yeah.
sweet tooth. Some frozen lemonade during this peak of summer.
I think I had a really good burger at an Angels game one time.
They did get they built like some sort of restaurant.
Yeah.
2-3 years ago, maybe 4 years ago.
1-0. Fouled off. 1-1. I like that stadium a lot.
It is. It gets a bad rap.
Gets a bad rap.
It's older.
Uh-huh.
It's actually, I think it's one of the oldest now that Oakland's out of the picture. But it's very well, I don't even know if charming is the right word.
I think it's got some charm.
But I mean, the rock pile in center.
Throw over to first. Yeah, I think it's
got a
some
good
charm.
vibe.
Yeah.
It's definitely not like, it's old, right?
Yeah.
So it doesn't have that really modern charm, I guess.
Feels a little Disney-ish sometimes, which I love. Like the employees feel like they could also be Disney employees because they're also nice there.
Well,
But I
it is
remember.
also 5 minutes down
Right,
the street.
which
so.
helps. 1-1. Hellum scores to bunt, pulls back, maybe is faked over to first. Do you have a favorite ballpark you've been to?
Been to Fenway.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't say it's my favorite though.
Same.
Maybe Petco.
Yeah,
Down in
Petco's
San
great.
Diego.
For me, it was always ever since I went, Wrigley has always been my favorite.
Okay.
Didn't love Fenway. Fenway almost felt like
I didn't
too
either.
old.
We were only there for about 6 innings and then we took off.
Yeah.
It was August. The humidity was ridiculous.
2 balls and a strike to Hellum. Running from first is Spanier. Maybe his fires down. Throw's going to go into center field. Now Spanier's going to go for third. he'll make it standing.
Well, we've seen stolen base attempts be unsuccessful more times than not, mainly because just how slick the base paths are and also the good throws that we've seen this weekend. That time, though, maybe it comes up short. Maloney not able to make the play. Spanier gets the third.
3 balls and a strike. Swing and a miss, 3-2. 8-1 Minnesota leads. It has been all Gophers and really quiet kind of since the 3rd inning. Just 2 runs combined for both teams. Knox with the 3-2. Grounder to second. Diving is Brooks. It's under his glove and into right. A base hit brings home Minnesota's 9th run of the day.
Another hard hit baseball, and looked like Brooks had a chance at that ball. Made a nice diving effort, and the ball really just got under his glove. If he just gets it down in time, might be able to come up and make a throw, but right there just almost overdove it.
Here's Drew Birkland, who still has not gotten it going in this series. 1 for 11. Fouls this one back, 0-1. No balls and a strike to Birkland. Runner on first is Hellum after his RBI single. Hellum extends the lead, now the 0-1. A little bit high, 1-1.
I'll give you credit, though. I've been to Oracle a few times. What was then
Awesome.
AT&T.
Yeah.
I'm still used to being AT&T, but gorgeous park.
Yeah. Pickoff move, and they got it. Nice move from Kellen Knox. Timed really well with Hellum dancing off first base, and that'll end the 8th. Ducks trail 9-1 when we come back. Just 4 hits for Oregon, but a nice pickoff move. A little something for the Ducks after 8. We'll be back on Big Ten Plus. Maloney, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Not something you see from him a ton. Swings through a first pitch fastball from Joe Sperry, 0-1. Oregon just 1 run today, and it was unearned. But on the other end, I mean, Oregon's pitching, yes, the Ducks have allowed 9 runs, but only 5 of them are earned. 0-1. Nearly hits Maloney, spins him back, 1-1.
Just a really nice, just all around, both sides of the ball for Minnesota. Pitching has just been dominant. The offense did enough today. Scraping base runners, the walks and the errors, taking advantage of them.
Who's going to get it? It's the first baseman, Elbery, for the first out of the 8th.
And then the home run by Martin, too, to go with it in the bottom of the 7th. Sorry, top of the 7th.
That'll bring up Ansoneros. 0 for 3 for the Ducks left fielder. Oregon has left its fair share of runners on base as well. 9 of them. First pitch to Arrows. At the knees on the outside, strike 1. Next week, Oregon will be back at home against Rutgers for a 3-game series. 0-1 to Arrows. Skied foul.
The bottom of the 6th, Oregon, you mentioned the 9 base runners they've left on. Overall, throughout this game, left a couple on in that 6th inning. Ended up scoring none. Arrows was very upset visibly in that dugout. Slammed the top railing of the dugout 2 or 3 times with his right hand.
0-2. Takes the slider, 1-2. Just an offensive performance unlike what the Ducks have become accustomed to. Again, this is a team that scored 35 earlier this year in a game against Rhode Island. 1-2. Nearly hits him. Excuse me, that was against Columbia. 2-2.
They're going up against a team that just gave up 29 to Kansas.
In 7 innings.
Yeah. At home.
But Minnesota's pitching this whole weekend has been stellar. Cal Remington was great yesterday. Cole Selvig had a nice bounce back on Friday.
It's a funny game.
2-2. Arrows rolls over to the right side. Elbery on 2 hops, underhands for the second out. That'll bring up Jeffrey Hurt. Hurt has been one of Oregon's more successful bats. He's still 0 for 1, but he's reached base twice with a pair of walks.
Has good speed as well when he gets on base. Couple stolen bases on the year. Can really fly. Covers a lot of ground as well in right field defensively.
First pitch. Spins him back 1-0. So we had kind of heard some whisperings throughout the day that Minnesota, who has a flight later tonight, might have to be done at a certain time. So we're not completely sure whether the 9th inning will be played or not. We'll see after this. Ground ball to second, Larson. And that'll do it. Minnesota, yes, officially, is going to take this one and salvage a game in this series. 9-1 the final. The Gophers just dominate.
From the get-go, really sent a lot of batters to the plate, batted around in the 3rd inning. A lot of walks issued by Oregon, specifically Sanford, the starter, issuing 5, leading to that 6-run top of the 3rd for Minnesota. They never looked back. Home run from Jamison Martin.